Welcome to City Week, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Alton West. Today I will have guests on from the Troup County School System. Also, I'll have a guest on from the LaGrange Troup Callaway Airport. And I will also have someone on that will talk about the upcoming Relay for Life. So you don't want to miss those interviews coming up in just a moment. Welcome to City Week, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host. Today I'm sitting down with the Director of Public Relations from the Troup County School System. I'm sitting down with Yolanda Stevens. Yolanda, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
Well, it's a pleasure to sit down with you, and I think that you're pretty new to our community, I understand.
Yes, I am.
Well, before we get into what we're here to talk about today, tell us a little bit about Yolanda Stevens, if you don't mind.
Well, I am from Columbus, and born and raised in Columbus all my life, and went to school at Georgia Southern. After graduating, left and went to Baltimore, Maryland, because I wanted to see the world. I majored in communications broadcasting, and decided I didn't want to be in television, which is kind of ironic because I'm here today.
That's right.
But after that, I went back to Columbus, and I ended up having a great career starting in communications and PR with the nonprofit and also with the for-profit company in Columbus before coming here to LaGrange.
Oh my, okay, Baltimore, Maryland.
Yes.
I spent some time in Baltimore years ago as well. Beautiful city.
It is.
I tell people all the time I'm just a country boy at heart, though.
That's right.
I had to come back south.
That's right. That's the same way I felt.
Really? Okay, okay.
Country girl at heart.
Okay, all right, very good. Well, you are now the Director of Public Relations. Talk a little bit about your role, if you don't mind.
Well, I've been with the Troup County School System since September 15th actually, and it's been a great experience for me. I've been able to bring my knowledge from for-profit and nonprofit and also bring it to the school system, but learning a lot as well along the way. In a nutshell, just protecting the brand of what Troup County School System is, helping to get the word out, information out, positive information, also just bringing information to the community, students, parents, teachers in a variety of ways. Right now we're doing a lot online. That's where we see most of our members going towards. So we've rolled out a new website back in January, and it is going fabulously. We update it on a weekly basis, 2 to 3 times a week. So there's new information on there all the time. We've updated forms, we've updated phone numbers and information and website links. So it's a great, great resource at troup.org. Okay. But then we've also rolled out our social media with Facebook. With that, we have a completely different audience, and I see we're reaching out to parents, and people are liking the information. If they go to Troup County School System on Facebook, they'll see information, they'll see pictures of students, they'll see teachers who are teaching and who we're reaching out to. So it's been great, just protecting that brand and putting that good information out about the school system.
Well, very good. It sounds like a lot of wonderful things there. And I heard you gave the website troup.org, correct?
And that's correct, troup.org.
Okay, very good. And you know, someone that has children in the Troup County School System but no longer have children there, I don't get out there a lot now to look at what's going on, but it sounds like there are a lot of wonderful things going on there. It was kind of ironic. I was meeting with some educators the other day, and one of the things I don't think the parents have access to it, and you correct me if I'm incorrect, is like the students' grades. How can they get access to that?
Oh, they have complete access to their students' grades. We have something called Infinite Campus. Okay. And I actually have 2 kids who are in Troup County School System now, and they actually think I talk to the teachers every day. Oh, really? Because I will go on Infinite Campus and I will see what the grades are, see what some of the assignments are. So if they go to their individual school website, because each school has a website as well. Okay. If they go on the district website, then they can get to each school website. Right. And then from there they can go to Infinite Campus. So there is a way to check the kids' grades, and I encourage all parents to go out there and do so. Uh-oh, I mean, you've just got some students in trouble, right? That's right. They'll think you have a personal relationship with the teacher. That's right. On speed dial. Absolutely. Well, you know, in talking about the school system, there are some things that are going on. You're talking about very positive things there, but we also have to understand that there are things that are happening in our school system that we don't necessarily want. And I know that you and all the administrators are working very hard to make sure that those things don't continue to grow and fester within the school system. And then as we have seen kind of nationwide, the thing about bullying has been a growing problem, a growing concern in the communities. We've seen, you know, the tragedies that have happened as a result of some young people being bullied. And I know that recently the LaGrange High School students came up with a video. Talk a little bit about bullying first of all, and then talk about the video that LaGrange High School students came up with. Well, bullying is one of those topics that you don't like to talk about, but you have to talk about because it's in the community, and what's in the community comes into our schools. And we have some great administrators and great students who realize this and want to support not bullying, if that makes sense. So they do that in different ways. And from a student perspective and a teacher perspective, LaGrange High has latched onto that through the use of the video called a lip dub, where they lip sync songs and then the video was done in one whole shot, just to kind of galvanize the students and say, hey, we do not support bullying. If you go to schools throughout the system, you'll see posters, you'll hear people talking about it. So there's support for people who are being bullied. In LaGrange High, they took a big step. They took a grand step. The marketing students with the leader, their teacher, Dana Davis, who came to them and said, you know what, here is a video and here are some other videos that I've seen that other schools have done, and we want to have a message behind it. What do we want our message to be? We want our message to be that we don't want bullying here.
Okay.
And that's how we galvanized them, and they said, you know what, we're going to do this. So Dana Davis and her marketing students started it all.
Well, very good. And I think you said that the video can also be viewed on you all's website. Is that correct? On
our Facebook page.
Facebook page.
It's on our Facebook page, Troup County School System. So if they go to Facebook and type in Troup County School System in the search engine, they can see it there.
Okay.
It's an 18-minute long video, and we've taken snippets, and when you go and see, you'll say, okay, you might also say, I know that person. and it feels good to have that connection.
Absolutely, you know, and it's so important that our young people get involved, because I think that's where it has to start. Now, let me ask you, and I know that there may be, you know, some students that feel like they may have felt like they have been bullied over the course of time. Do the school system track that in any way, or how are students that may be feeling the pressure of being bullied, how are they reaching out?
Well, you know what, with that, it's important for the parents to also have a voice in that. We don't track, we don't sit down and keep data of bullying that I know of.
Okay.
But it's important for the parents to be vigilant about their children's day. If their children are on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and any other of these social networks, they need to be vigilant and see what their students are what their children are posting, and then also the feedback that they're receiving. Because what we're seeing now is a lot of computerized bullying, and it may not be face-to-face, but it may turn into that, and that's something that we want to head off before it gets there.
Okay, yeah, the social media can be a good thing, bad thing, sounds like. I want to go back and talk a little bit about the video, because I know that the overall theme there is that we don't support bullying. Were there some other messages in the video that you can talk about?
There were tons of other messages. What the marketing students did, they sat down in class and they listened to different songs that had the messages that they wanted to go out over the video. So you'll hear anything from Taylor Swift all the way up to the pop songs of today. And those songs talk about hope, they talk about love yourself, they talk about love others, talks about respect. So all of the things and all of the qualities that we want to have, they said that through the songs that they chose.
Okay, very good. And so powerful. Sounds like that positive input, helping a person to build their self-esteem. Sounds like a lot there.
Right. Even one of the songs even says celebrate. Celebrate good times. Come on. That song was on there. So it's feel good. You know what? We don't have to be down. We don't have to do each other wrong. We can all celebrate who we are, celebrate our diversity, and just as an organization, as people, celebrate just who we are.
Very good. And I have not seen the entire video, but I did see some snippets of it myself. And I must say it was very nicely done. And the students do, like, they're just having so much fun, you know, just so much freedom there, so much energy in the video as well.
Yeah. And well, that's what you get when you're with high school students.
That's right.
Trust me, I was there. I had on a pair of heels. I couldn't keep up. But they started in the senior parking lot, and this is something that the students and Ms. Davis, they sat down and they mapped out where we're going to go next, what students, what groups and activities are going to be involved. So there was the drama club, there were the cheerleaders, there was the chorus. I mean, you had every organization, and then at the end, they all came together in the gym. And you saw every student that was there, and it was just amazing to see.
Very good. And that's the first video. that the students have produced.
That's
Got to
the
ask the
first.
question, do you think there may be any follow-up videos?
Well, hopefully there will be. Hopefully there will be. We have so many great minds and so many things that we can do, and you wouldn't believe what it was captured on. It was a simple iPad and a rolling chair. That was it. That was all that was used. It wasn't the lights, camera, action that a lot of people think.
Okay.
It was something very simple, very easy, yet a powerful message.
Yeah, absolutely. And we definitely want to encourage the listening audience and the students that may not have seen the video. Tell them one more time the Facebook and how they can get access to it.
They can go to Troup County School System on Facebook and just search us in the engine and they'll find us. Okay. And Alton, I also want to add, you know, it was picked up not only here in LaGrange.
Okay.
This is a story that is national and statewide. So WSB picked up the video and they saw it, and they also posted it on their page. And right now it has over 2,500 likes. And people are commenting, good job, great job, good message. And that within itself, especially for a teenager, when things are social and things go viral, I mean, that's a good feeling.
Absolutely.
Positive feeling.
Absolutely. Well, we just want to say congratulations to the students and also to Ms. Davis for having the mindset to want to put together a video of such that can reach out and impact lives of many students, not only students, perhaps even adults as well.
That's right.
So we just want to say thank you all for the very hard work that you've done. And I want to thank you today, Yolanda, for coming on and sharing this information, and welcome to our community.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. Back for more City Week in just a moment. Welcome back to City Week, ladies and gentlemen. Now I am sitting down with the director of the Troup LaGrange Callaway Airport, Chad Traylor. Chad, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you back. I think the last time I had you on, you were there in an interim position at the LaGrange Airport there, but now you are the man in charge. Talk about your experience thus far, Chad, if you don't mind.
It's been a great privilege, really enjoying the opportunities that I've been given, and we're making some strides right now. We're really opening up more to a customer-friendly atmosphere. We're wanting to host more events at our airport. So what we're doing right now, and one of my main focuses was, let's bring the public to the airport. Let's bring Troup County, LaGrange, West Point, Hogansville. Let's get everybody to the airport for different events, whether it be lunch, whether it be a special event, a boardroom event, and that would be the changes that we've made thus far. Okay,
well, very good. And I know, I remember last time you were telling about lunch, a group could come out and have lunch there at the airport, other various things. And many people that may live here in our community may not have ever been to the airport there. I was talking with a group of students some time ago, and they didn't even realize we had an airport. And I'm like, oh my goodness, it's there, for the public. Tours, I want to ask about, if a group of students from school, middle school, whatever, could they have tours of the airport?
Absolutely. There's been several times that I'm out in public and they'll see my shirt with the logo of LaGrange Callaway Airport, and they ask, where do you work at? And I tell them the local airport. Well, then they start asking the questions. When did we get one? Well, and I tell them that hurts my feelings. Right. And they're like, why is that? And I stress to them, if you have an event you want to have out there, if you want to bring the kids out there, I have reached out to several of the principals in town, and if they want to change up field trips, if they want to take them to a different location, bring them out to the airport. We would love to host a field trip, a special event for any children and adults.
Okay, well, very good. Well, definitely I've always enjoyed the times that I've been out there, and I know that some time ago you all had a fly-in on a Saturday, which was free to the public.
Yes.
Had an opportunity to come out and just view some of the planes and see the planes come in and take off, various things. And I think that you have another one coming up a little bit later on, but before we get to that one, I think you all have an event coming up on May the 17th.
Talk
about that one.
We are. It's called the SNAG Group, Southern Navion Air Group, Aviation. And what they do is, it's more of a historic plane. It's called a Navion. A lot of them you see are brushed stainless steel, so they're that really shiny metal. And there's going to be around 20 to 25, and they travel around. The president, Dr. Harrington, contacted me several weeks ago asking if we would host their event. And I said we would be happy to. So we're going to be looking forward to the public coming out for another event, which will be our first big one this year.
Okay.
It'll be watching the planes fly, people going up, getting the history off the planes. We'll have food, we'll have stuff for the kids. So it'll be a good family event.
Well, very good. And again, that's going to be free to the public, right?
Free to the public.
Can't beat that, can
No.
you? Absolutely. Let me, and you were talking earlier, Chad, when we started out talking about services. And I know that was one of the things that you said you really wanted to expand was the services that the airport offered. Talk a little bit about what's going on with that.
We have a full-time flight school. We can offer the introduction flight, see if you even are interested in it. Air Ventures will take you up, fly you around LaGrange, teach you the very basics about flying, and that's normally enough to get people hooked. You know, that's where it's at. And then after that, you can go from getting your single engine ticket to your multi to your commercial. So we offer from the basics all the way to the advanced. Along with that, we also offer a full-fledged maintenance facility, Southside Aviation. And by having those two vendors on our field, we're very lucky to have that. That also allows us, when we have our charter groups come in, they will come into our airport because we have a maintenance facility that can work on the planes if something happened. And that has been used multiple times throughout the years. So they know when they come to our airport, we offer all the necessary services for anything. If anything were to happen, we can take care of anybody.
Okay, well, very good. And there again, that's a valuable asset that we have right here in our community. And talking about the services, Chad, and this is when you and I were talking before we came on, it kind of blew my mind. How many planes come in on a monthly basis to the airport?
We have approximately 800 to 1,500 operations each month at LaGrange Callaway Airport.
Operations, so that's flights in and flights out.
Correct.
Oh my goodness.
Correct.
I never would imagine that.
You don't, and actually I had a friend of mine that was out at the airport last week, and we were standing out there looking. He's wanting to get into aviation. And while we were standing out there, he kept looking at all the planes coming and going, and he says, well, are y'all busy right now? And I said, this is about average. He said, I never knew it. People, unless they make a lot of noise, sometimes you just forget to look up. Or you've been so accustomed to hearing them, you just don't think they're there anymore. So that's why we want people to come out, see the activity that we have at the airport. It's a little bit larger than people think.
Absolutely. You know, and I was telling you too, my brother's a pilot, and he flies in there quite frequently. As a matter of fact, I think he was coming in a couple of weeks ago. He flew in from Hampton to here, and then flew on into Montgomery. So I know that he utilizes it quite frequently and stuff. But then let me ask you the question. Why would someone utilize an airport like our airport as opposed to other airports, Chad?
Well, there's several reasons. One, we're right in the middle of a large industrial park. So the companies, to utilize their time better, they fly in. We can service them. They come, we have their cars waiting for them. They go to their plants, they come back. They can go to multiple places in each day. Then you have the people that like to charter planes. You have a group, instead of going up to Atlanta or another airport, dropping your car off, paying the fees to have your car there, going through the security lines, then boarding the plane, then having to get off of it and do the same thing, you can come to our airport, and whatever provider you get, they'll ask for your passport, they'll ask for your driver's license. You load up there, you go direct to the airport that you're wanting to go to, you get dropped off, and you can exit to your vehicle that's already been prearranged, or go to the people that are picking you up. And you miss that middle step of all the aggravation that everybody complains about. And that's why it's so friendly to come to our airport. That's why we encourage everybody, come to our airport if you can.
Okay. Absolutely. And I know that there are, excuse me, talking about some of the business jets that come in. And a lot of times, every now and then I'll look up, because my mother lives over on that side of town, I'll look up and I see like a corporate jet coming in and things of that nature. And hangars, I think you all offer hangars there for storage of planes as well?
We do.
Okay.
We have several hangars. We're at the point right now to where we're mostly full.
Okay.
Which is a good thing. And, that's something that by having the hangars, by having the maintenance, it creates a full-fledged airport that can service so many needs. And we're so privileged to have that in this town. With the 4 runways that we have, most airports do not have 4 runways that are this size, and we do.
That's absolutely fantastic. And once again, another great asset. And we're very fortunate to have you on as a director. I think you started out there very young. I think you were telling me last time about 17, that you got bitten by the aviation bug, and here you are now. So we just want to thank you. And again, we just want to say to the viewing audience, go out and see Chad. If somebody wanted to give you a call, Chad, to come out and take a tour, give me your contact information if you don't mind. You
can contact me or the staff at LaGrange Callaway Airport, 706-884-2121. If you would like to set up an event, we would love to have you. If it's a tour, if it's a lunch, we will accommodate you in any way we can.
All right, very good. Now, as we get ready to close out, I know that you guys have scheduled another event coming up in September.
Yes.
That's, again, open to the public. Get an opportunity to have foot traffic there at the airport. Talk about that one for us.
It'll be our second annual Southern Wings Fly-In.
Okay.
It'll be a beefed up version from last year. So we're going to have hopefully more planes, more attendance, more food, more activities. So that's our main show every year.
Okay.
So we're just going to add on to what was last year. Hopefully the weather cooperates a little bit better than it did last year.
Okay.
And we look forward to that this year.
Well, very good. And that's on September the 15th, which is going to be on a Saturday. So
correct.
Hopefully families can come out and bring
We
their
encourage
kids.
the families to come out.
Absolutely. Well, Chad, it's always a pleasure to sit down with you and talk about things that are happening at our airport. And I just want to say thank you for the work that you have done and the dedication that you show for the airport, and wanting to make sure that the general public understands that we are here. Come out, take a look at us.
Well, thank you.
Well, thank you very much for being on the show today, okay?
Thank you.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. We're back for more City Week in just a moment. Welcome back, City Week, ladies and gentlemen. I am sitting down now with Captain Brenda for the City Slickers team for the American Cancer Relay for Life. Brenda, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Now, you've been involved with American Cancer Relay for Life for a long time, Brenda.
Yes, 9 years.
9 years, and you do a wonderful job at raising funds, coming up with various themes and things of that nature. And I asked you this question years ago, but just tell us, why are you so involved with American Cancer Relay for Life?
I have lost too many family members and too many close friends, and a lot of city employees. We lost John Bell to cancer.
That's right.
And it's just, we're trying to make a difference.
Well, you definitely make a difference, Brenda, in the dedication, the hard work. And I said, when I have a fundraising event, you're going to be the chairman of my fundraising event. And
I'm in your face, that's for sure.
You're absolutely right. And talking about fundraisers, there are various things that you all are doing, that you're doing in City Hall to help raise funds. Talk about some of those things. If you
We will be selling T-shirts. In fact, this year the theme is the 80s, because it's 30 years since the Relay for Life actually began. So our city shirt says 30 years strong, think big, dream big, and
hope big.
We have it and hope big, and we have it in various colors. And we'll be selling those for $12, and we're also selling them at Relay.
Okay.
We're doing a fundraiser on Tuesday in the Kroger parking lot. It's hot dog, hamburger, and chips for $6. And our LaGrange Fire Department is doing the cooking.
Oh,
so
great. Okay.
well, it'll be great. We'll have a great time. And we also be selling, we usually do the taco salad, and we do nachos the night of Relay at our tent.
Very good. So many things that you and your team pull together. I want to start naming names, because I'm sure I'll leave some folks out, but I know that we will have other people coming on talking about that. Talk about when the event will be taking place, Brenda.
It's Friday, April 24th, which is only 2 weeks away, and this year it's from 6 p.m. to 12 midnight.
All right.
So it's only 6 hours. It's 6 full hours.
Right.
We'll be doing all kinds of different things this year. We also we'll have what was the last one we were going to do? Zumba at 11.
Okay.
To keep people there. We will still have our luminary ceremony at 10, which is a very, very, very sweet ceremony that we do. and we'll have the silent auction, and then we'll have the Zumba, so we can keep everybody kind of fired up. And then at midnight, we'll be doing the closing ceremony.
Okay, well, very good. And that's going to be held out at the, let me get all this right, the Chris Joseph Track and Field Complex on Whitesville Road.
That's correct.
Okay, very good.
Right behind Whitesville Elementary.
Right behind, okay, very good. Now, if there was someone that was interested in buying a T-shirt that was viewing, not necessarily a city employee, can they buy it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
They can call me at City Hall at 706-883-2036. You can call my cell, and it's out on everything, on all of our survivor cards, everything. We have a lot of things going on for the survivors. It's a special day for relay for the survivors. We still have our survivor lap.
Okay.
Because they're the reason that we do relay.
That's right.
Because they're still here.
Absolutely. And you're talking about being, you know, they're at the event. I know that there will be tents that will be set up, and there'll be games and other various things going on, food that will be sold there. And I think you also have a theme.
We do.
All right. Tell us your theme.
In fact, this just came about. The city's team is going to be Indiana Jones, The Quest for a Cure. And we'll be, I'm just going to say that.
Okay.
There'll be a
So
surprise.
you got to come and see, right?
That's right. You have to come out and see.
All right.
We have 40, I think the last count was 47 teams.
Okay.
So we've got a lot of involvement this year,
Very
a whole
good.
lot of
Very
involvement.
good. If there was someone that wanted to put together a team, can they still do that now, Brenda?
Absolutely. They
Tell
can
them
call
how.
Lynn
Okay.
Howard at 706-883-1670
Okay.
or contact me at City Hall, and we can do it.
Okay. Well, Brenda, always a pleasure to sit down with you and talk about something that is near and dear to your heart and to the hearts, I'm sure, of all our viewing audience as well. So we want to invite everybody to come out, get involved however you can. Buy a
Absolutely.
T-shirt, you know, support, whatever you can do to make a difference. So Brenda, thank you very much.
Thank
for being
you.
on
Thank you
today.
for having me.
Always a pleasure. Thank
Thank
you
you.
very much. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for more City Week in just a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for joining City Week this week. My guests have been from the Troup County School System. I had on the Director of Public Relations, Yolanda Stevens, as she talked about the video that LaGrange High students put together to combat and talk about bullying. So if you haven't seen that video, go out, take a look at it on their Facebook. Also, I had on from the LaGrange Callaway Airport, the director, Chad Traylor, as he talked about the many services that they offer there. And always, if you want to go out and take a tour of the place, give them a call. I'm sure they'll be happy to have you. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, I had on Captain Brenda Leverett, the LaGrange City Slickers team captain, and she talked about the upcoming Relay for Life that will be held on April the 24th out at the Chris Joseph Track and Field Complex. So ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't been involved with Relay for Life, get involved. It's for a very worthwhile cause. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you've enjoyed all these interviews, and as always, I want to invite you back for more of City Week.